Jessica, what's up?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great. How we doing today? Where are you calling me from?
I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina right now.
Very cool. I'm out in the Midwest. I'm in Omaha, Nebraska right now.
Oh, nice. I'm debating
Yeah.
going to Idaho next.
Okay. That's the next move. Is that where you're headed?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What's in Idaho?
Hunting, land, farming, all the things.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Very cool. So today is all about you. I just want to get a better indication really of where you're at, where you want to be, and it's my responsibility to show you that pathway to get you there. Cool?
hmm
All right. So tell me about yourself. What do we currently do?
So about a little over a year ago is when I finally made the jump of wanting to work for myself before I moved to Charlotte. And it's always been my dream to have my business, to work for myself. I've wanted that since high school. And when I finally got the opportunity and I kind of was like, all right, I'm done trying to work for other people. I'm going to do this for myself. So I started, and last year I was like, wow, this is great. Like I was getting clients. It was awesome. And then around late fall, early, like in the winter, like things started to slow down. Everyone's like, oh, it's the slow season. And I was like, yeah, but it's not. And it honestly has not picked up since. And I'm like, I'm posting all the reels. Like I've been in so many different, like, how to grow your Instagram reach type of things, and they work, and they're great. And like, I know that I'm doing all the things on that front, but I'm not seeing the return part. And then I want to scale my business. Like my dream is to have a 6, 7 figure business, and I want to expand it. Like I want freedom in my life. I don't want to have to constantly be stressing over social media 24/7 and like, what do I post now kind of thing. Like I'm so over that. And it got to the point where I was like, I don't want to freaking be on my phone like at all right now. I've done so many things and nothing's working. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is like I have about between, I think I'm at like 25 clients now, and I'm not overwhelmed as far as like my clients go. I'm overwhelmed and overstressed on how do I grow, because again,
Gotcha.
like everything I'm doing is not working, and I'm just kind of like, all right, like I know this isn't where I'm gonna be stuck, but I don't know what's that missing puzzle piece, and I'm hoping that y'all are the missing puzzle piece, and that's what I need to do is whatever you say.
I got you. So you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Now, really quick with your 25 clients, are those all online or do you do any in person?
I don't do anything in person.
Oh, I
I have
love that.
to go to my gym that like see me, and they'll ask me questions, and I've become like acquainted well with them. And like one girl's my age, so when she sees me, we talk. And like I have about 5 in my gym, but I do not coach them in person.
Okay, got you. Have you maximized your local outreach yet?
Yes and no. I think there's a few coaches now around me. So I think actually one girl, she after signing up with this, her ad popped up on my Instagram, and her name's Mallory with his Accelerate Athletics. And she used you guys, and I was like, whoa, wait. I was like, is this legit? I was like, I signed on this on a whim. I said, is this legit? And she was like, no, dude, it actually is. But she just moved to Texas, and there's a few other like bigger coaches in the area. But as far as like my outreach, no, not really. But at the same time, the way my gym is, it's kind of like, I know you got power lifters, you got some bodybuilders, you got weightlifters, you have the everyday people. And I mean, my business cards are up there, and I've had people, actually just got another girl. So I have 6 at my gym. They go to my gym, and the manager really likes me. So if anyone asks for a coach, he kind of tells them about me.
Okay,
But
I love that.
Charlotte's kind of weird, in the sense of like there's my gym, and then there's another gym, and then there's what they call the Dowd. So it's just a big YMCA with a bunch of high school and college kids.
Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. What are we charging for online right now?
I just went to 400 a month, which I've been told by some people is expensive, and then I've been told by people who know what I do for my clients that I'm not charging enough. So I'm in the lieu of that too.
Yeah, so actually you're right on the average. So industry average is 250 on the very low end, up to 500 on the upper end. Now, if we're providing more do it for you type of stuff, we can always increase that price point. So as an example, I've got a couple individuals that are high ticket CEOs that will give me their information and I'll buy their groceries and their supplementation. So I do that for them every couple weeks. So I'm able to charge over your standard, $500 or whatever the case may be. So $400 is not expensive if you break it down for individuals. And I'll probably ask you here in a second, like really what do you offer for those individuals? But if you break it down, $400, that's only $100 per week. You divide that by 7 days, that's $14.29 a day is what someone's spending. The average American spends over 8 to 12 just on Starbucks or some basic bullshit, right? So to have customized programming, nutrition, and check-ins and that support, $14 really doesn't seem that much expensive when you start like breaking it down to that option. Now, what do you offer for your clients?
Man, you make me feel like I'm charging even less now. So I'm in between, like not just being like a fitness coach, I'm also like a life coach. So I do have clients that will call me and we have like one-on-one phone calls. I do weekly check-ins. I do customized nutrition, customized workouts, and I go as far as to, like I said, I do therapy calls with some of my clients. They do text me when they need help or when they have questions. They'll text me if they need help with form, or like I'll have the client who's like, hey, I'm going out of town. Can you make me home like travel workouts? I do that. I give people the grocery list. I do everything that I could want as a client from a coach is what I do.
Okay, gotcha. I like that. Now, as far as your terms, like what is it like? Do you do 3, 6, 9, 12 or do you doing 4, 8, 12? What is your breakdowns?
I have a 6-month minimum with people. My problem right now too with that is I don't have it on automatic withdrawal. I'm in the process of like trying to get an app created. So I've been screwed over by people who just stop and then don't answer their phone. And I'm like, well, that was fun. Or like there's the people that I had one guy who just stopped checking in for a few weeks, and I finally like texted him and I was like, hey, what's up? Like, didn't hear anything from you after the race, whatever. He got hurt running a marathon. And because he got hurt, he was like, well, I'm not going to be checking in anymore and doing what you said. So I'm not going to pay you. And I was like, yo, that's not what a contract means. Like, what are you talking about? So I do have like a paper, like a contract PDF that like I send everybody, they sign it agreeing to 6 months, but obviously people are people and
For
they
sure.
do that.
Gotcha. So we're going to show you how to set that up. So that way we're mitigating those type of ongoing issues. Outside of that, I know you said your goal is to bring in 6 or 7 figures. Where are you currently at monthly? Like, what are you bringing a month right now?
I'd have to look at it on my phone. So if I have a couple of people that just do nutrition, and that's like I think 2 people. But for the most part, I have everyone's at 350, except for the few new ones that I have. They're at 400. So, I don't have a calculator anywhere.
I got you. I got you. Go ahead.
So, I mean, I could say I'm trying to do this off of memory because I have it written on my phone. Like 20 people that pay me 350 a month, and like a few. I think I'm at a few that pay me 400 a month.
Okay, so 20 times 350, that's 7K. Okay, and then what was the second one?
And then I think there's about 3 people that pay me 400 a month right now.
So you're bringing in right around 8,200 a month, which is good. It's a good start. That's really good. Okay, so 8,200 a month.
And that's give or take a few, because I do have one girl that still pays me like 200. So yeah, give or take a few hundred.
So it sounds like the major challenges to get where you want to be is one, a specific lead generation and some marketing. Is that about right?
Yeah. And like, again, scaling, like it's just honestly reaching more people and getting more people to commit is my biggest issue right now.
Gotcha. And it looks like you've tried it. You've done some business cards. You've been going hardcore on IG. Anything else that we've been trying?
I started branching onto YouTube, and then I do talk about it on TikTok as well. I ran into issues as far as like trying to do it all on one account because obviously you know how the algorithm is with like niches and stuff. So my YouTube honestly doesn't do too bad. I really just been posting shorts right now. So kind of cross posting my Instagram reels to TikTok and YouTube. And it's honestly not bad. Like, and it's mind boggling to me. So my YouTube shorts will reach like minimum 2K every time I post one. And I'm like, "Where's the return right now? Like, why? Why so stubborn?"
What do you feel like you need from like a business coach or a mentor? Are we looking for something very specific and direct? Is that your learning style? Do we want something structured, like a clear game plan for you just to follow? What do you need?
Honestly, yeah, a game plan and just to learn. I want to learn how to scale my business. I want to get to that point where, I mean, if I can hire coaches, that would be cool. If it's just me and I'm at a point where like I'm comfortable, like through the app and all these kinds of things, then that's cool too. But I want my freedom back, basically.
I love
And
that.
I know I am my own boss, but it feels like social media is my boss at this point.
For sure. So we're going to put on here also social media is a little bit of a challenge. Now, with you being kind of stuck at where you've been at for a while, how has that impacted like your overall like life as far as not just business, but how does it make you feel on a day-to-day basis?
I'm anxious all the time because obviously like money, and I've learned this, I'm very big on mental health, and I watched my parents kind of struggle with money, and that's all. Money's always been like a really sensitive subject for me as far as like I don't want to have to depend on other people for it. That's why I always wanted to be my own boss. So when I have obviously like I have a client who just stops answering and stops paying me, like anxiety goes up. When I'm not calls booked and I just have like a blank schedule, I'm like, oh God, okay. Like I know I'm not doing bad, but I'm not doing what I want to be doing.
For sure. So we know that we could be more optimal, we could be more efficient with our time.
Hmm.
Gotcha. So in the next 4 to 6 months, how would you like things to look different than where they're currently at?
I want to not feel like I have to be on my phone all the time. I I like making reels. Like I like posting stuff. I like talking to people. I like getting on my stories and talking. That's like I'm not camera shy whatsoever. But like I said, it feels like nothing I'm doing is working. So I'm constantly stressed out about it. And I'm not growing. I'm plateauing. And then I have people who like the 6 months ran out and they're just like one person was like, I can't afford it anymore. And I was like, I understand. That's totally fine. One girl went back to school, so she couldn't afford it. So I lost, I think about in the last few months, I lost like 4 people.
Hmm.
And even that, I was like, it'd be different if I was like getting more, but I'm not. Like,
For
okay.
sure. I gotcha. So we're going to do a quick recap, okay? So about a year ago is when you opened up your own business. You know that you've been designed to be a boss for yourself, don't like to work for other individuals. Right now, you're at 25 clients. We're bringing right around 8,200 a month. Main goal is to get to 6 or 7 figures, 7-figure business, hire on coaches, have a whole team underneath you, get you to become more of that CEO. The challenge right now is a little bit of sales and lead generation, but more so how to attract the right type of people and retain them for long periods of time. Social media looks like you enjoy it, but we're kind of running stagnant in that area. What you've tried is a ton of IG. You've done some YouTube. You've done some outreach with business cards, things of that nature. What you're needing is guidance, a step-by-step game plan. In the next 4 to 6 months, we want to be less stressed, less anxiety, more money, more growth, more consistency. Is that about right?
Hmm.
All right, cool. All right, let's talk about it. So next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna go over high level what we have to offer. Then I'm gonna deep dive into the actual modules. I'm gonna show you exactly how we're gonna get you past those sticking points. Cool?
Hmm.
All right, let me know when you can see my screen.
Okay, got it.
All right, so as you know, we're the Next Level Coaching Academy. This is a big deal. We're accredited through the Better Business Bureau. Got a rating of an A out of a possible A+, and we're backed by 3 of the largest certification companies in the world, ACE, NASM, and ISSA. Do you have any one of those?
I have ISSA.
Beautiful. So this is going to be continuing education credits for you, 20 of them. So this would be nice. Yeah, and on the success ladder, we've got 2 tiers. We've got 10K Accelerator. We've got Mastery Level Coach. Now, 10K Accelerator is great for an individual such as yourself who is looking to make some more impact on the online space. The information is geared to get us from 0 up to 10K per month in as little as 4 months. Once we're hitting 10K on a consistent basis, we can then get you kind of moved into that mastery level. And that's where your overall goal is to become that 7-figure earner, hitting 100K a month, kind of stepping away from the coaching aspect, becoming more of that CEO and teaching other leaders how to lead, so you can step away from the day-to-day monotonous activities. Okay. So for right now, we're just going to focus on building your foundations. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Cool. Our program is broken up into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do is get you some more clients right out the gate, establish a solid business foundation, but we're going to help you generate leads organically to maximize your overall reach. We're going to develop sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K per month. Okay. Now, on the support side of things, it's second to none. You're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach the entire duration. That individual's been through 10K in mastery level. They have a 6 or 7-figure business of their own, built off the information in this course. So they're battle tested. They know exactly what you need to do. You'll have a customized game planning call with that individual to review where you're at, where you want to be, the most efficient way to get there. Every 2 weeks, one-on-one coaching calls, very similar to this. Revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, get very specific instructions on what you need to execute. Outside of that, when you're averaging about 2 to 3 Zoom calls per week and we complete the sales modules, we're going to introduce you to a sales coach. This is going to be an individual to take you to the next level to maximize your return of investment and how to close down those calls at a 40% clip or greater. You'll have bi-weekly roster group coaching calls. You're going to have 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate your current schedule. So this would go over client objection handling, client delivery, mindset issues, marketing, lead generation, even case studies. And then you'll have 24/5 tech support as well. So outside of those game planning calls, you can text your coach as much as you'd like. They're contractually obligated to answer every one of your questions. And then, as you know, you're a fitness entrepreneur. It's exciting, it's dope, it's fun, but it does get overwhelming. So we help with weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation sessions, even journaling. We call that our Zenpreneur method. As far as the resources go, you're going to have the course curriculum. You'll have that Zenpreneur method. We'll even provide done-for-you programming. Something that could save you hours of time each week. We'll even give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements. And we do offer an optional certification for those that feel like they're not qualified. Any questions on that?
Mm-mm.
All right, here's the sauce to get you to 10K on a consistent basis. Phase 1, at first, we're going to what we're about, but we're going to implement specific strategies to get you your clients. Okay, from there, phase 2, we're going to set up all your back-end administration systems, make sure you're a fully legalized company, and based upon that, we can create our offer and pricing. First 2 phases will be done within a month or less for you, since you've already kind of gotten your business started. Phase 3 and phase 4 is where organic marketing will show you how to maximize overall reach, you how to utilize WhatsApp group chat for our also teach creation down deals more efficiently. Phase 4 is going to be like the fine-tuning of everything. We're going to show you how to maximize your sales skills, how to create consistent delivery systems, but emphasize customer support and client retention to keep people happy for longer periods of time, advance into higher levels of your programming. Any questions on the 4 phases?
Mm-mm.
All right, let's dive in. So total of 32 modules. Each module will have an overview link. It'll also be associated with videos. The link in the videos are tutorial style, so you'll know exactly what to do, okay? So for you, you probably already announced your business, but it might not hurt to relaunch it again or let people know really what you're doing. So we're gonna talk about specific strategies right here. We have 3 different ones, okay? One's gonna be massive for you is really running a scholarship strategy. If you haven't done that yet, easy way to get a ton of people in the door. A lot of the resources that we're gonna give to you are already done for you as well, so we're more efficient with our time. As far as the Accelerator Directory, I want you to view this as onboarding material that'll help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capabilities. The roadmap is going to be broken up into 2 phases. What do we need to get from 0 to 5K? What do we need to do to get to 5 to 10? Step-by-step procedures there. And then based upon your goal of wanting to hit 7 figures, we want to create daily and nightly routines that are going to impact that. We're also going to help you overcome anxiety, fear of failure, imposter syndrome. Those are all natural, normal feelings, but we teach you how to move past that to move forward within your business. We've also identified the top 10 struggles you'll face as a fitness entrepreneur, but we provided solutions to each and every one of these. As far as your backend systems go, we're going to introduce you to ChatGPT. Have you started utilizing that yet?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's amazing, like Google on steroids,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So we'll show you how to maximize that even more. And then we'll show you how to set up payments for like Wave or Stripe for ongoing monthly payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book calls. We have True Coach or Trainerize. You can utilize, upload all your programming, all your nutrition into one spot, make it more convenient for your clients. You can even customize the videos. Same thing for your financial systems. Do you have your LLC set up yet?
So I have an LLC for an apparel business, so I'm somewhat familiar on it. But honestly, I would like to learn a lot more about it because I know I don't know enough. So
For sure. So we're going to take care of you in this module. So you have an LLC. We could actually utilize that one and just use it as a DBA. So doing business as, so that way we wouldn't have to apply. But if you wanted to or whatever, typically it took you about 2 to 3 weeks probably to file all that. We're partnering with an AI company. It takes like 2 to 3 minutes for all your business legalities to be set up. So it's a fraction of the time. We'll help you get your employee identification number, talk about opening up a business bank account, how to really track what's coming in and out of your business. And then also when to pay quarterly taxes, when to pay yourself, business liability insurance, health insurance, the whole 9 there. Okay. From there, we're going to move into target setting. We're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We'll deep dive into your specific goals. And then from there, we're going to identify what problem you solve for individuals. Based upon that, that's how we create your offer and pricing. So for you to really understand how much value you bring, is this going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program? The more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer. High ticket offers established upon your overall length of terms. So we'll help create high ticket offers and help the overall structure of your pricing. Okay. From there, we'll move into organic marketing. So this is something that you're really going to enjoy. We'll show you how to utilize 1 hour's worth of your time and create 14 different pieces of content utilizing AI software. Makes things more efficient, a lot more convenient for you. And then we'll show you really how to maximize podcasts and YouTube, expand your overall message, let people know who you are and what you're about in detail. And then we'll show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok related. So it's more than just randomly posting. We show you how to maximize every aspect of each platform to really get more engagement, get more people interested and excited, even all the way down to the hashtag use. And we'll show you the same thing for TikTok as well. How can we maximize this? Maybe we're missing something there. From there, 10K creation made easy. We'll introduce you to Canva Basic, Canva Pro, Microsoft Designer, great editing features. Really good for page aesthetics, page organization. We want you to think of your social media as like a storefront. So think if you're out shopping, something entices you to go in that store. We want people to be excited about seeing what Jessica's got going on in hers. 10K lead generation framework. A few different ways we do this. The first of which is what we call earned media. I want you to think of this as like inbound marketing or people raising their hand and wanting to reach out to you first. So we're going to give you specific strategies and resources to set up to entice people to get wanting to come to you. So a really great one that I think you could probably maximize on, cross-pollination example. Maybe you're partnered with another fitness influencer or coach. Their audiences to see who you are, your audience to see who they are. We're starting to get more followers, more engagement. People know what you're really about. Free resources. Everybody loves free resources. Click on here for a 5-day ab workout. My favorite though, again, the scholarship strategy. Easy way to get a ton of people excited about your program and getting their information so you can always follow up with them. And then we also do call to action. Opposite end of that is going to be what we call conversation to calls. So this is like outbound marketing or you reaching out to individuals first. We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you conversation to call examples. But more importantly, we're going to show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms, how to build and nurture these relationships, have more one-on-one intimate conversations, and we're going to filter them through our WhatsApp group. So that way they're already talking with individuals you already service. So by the time you get on that sales call, it's a much more warmer lead. They feel like they trust you. They know what you're about. They got to hear other people's testimonials. Now, another thing that I want you to think about is maximizing your local community. So an example, I'm partnered with a local supplement company out here. I have all my clients on specific supplementation. That supplement company gives me 30 referrals a month because I support their business. So I get a ton of leads. It's easy for me to grow my business. My wife's in healthcare. I go do free seminars, 15 to 20-minute conversations. I get 15 referrals off of that. And I do that probably once a month. So an easy way to generate more business without always having to be in the DMs, okay? All right, after that, we're going to move into referral strategy. Okay, so this is going to be for you, your bread and butter. Friends, families, coworkers talking about how amazing you are. We're going to show you different resources and ways to incentivize them to bring you more referrals without you actually having to ask for it. Okay. And then if you're going to be any type of entrepreneur, you know this is where you said you get a little bit of anxiety. You got to be great at sales. So we're going to teach you the sales psychology and how to maximize your sales capabilities, because we want to set up two types of phone calls. That meet and greet, which is the 10-minute phone call to kind of screen them and see if they're actually going to be an ideal client you want to work with, if you can actually solve their problems, which will lead us into our closing call, which you're trying to lock them down, turn them into an actual client. So we'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you our entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. Financing options is going to be a game changer for people who normally couldn't afford it. We'll teach you how to do that, and then how to lock down that deal once and for all. Once we lock down that deal, we want to track all this. We want to track how many callers were booked, how many showed, how many closed, and at what length of term. So we'll give you our resources to do this more efficiently. Objection handling, this is all the excuses that you probably heard a million times. We give you over 30 different examples. So the more you can familiarize yourself with this, the easier it is to overcome these objections on that sales call and get them to understand why it's so important to start sooner rather than later. Onboarding process, this is a huge problem for a lot of coaches and trainers. It's your first 30 days in the program, right? So we need to make sure there's trust. We want to make sure there's resources in their hands within that first 24 to 48 hours while we're building out their programs. Clear expectations, clear standards right here. And then client deliveries, what you probably do really good at. It's the week-to-week process and how you're delivering services, but we teach you how to do this in a more efficient manner. We also talk to you about what happens when people ghost you, they quit, they don't want to listen. What are some tactics we can do to get them to execute at a higher level? Some of them just want a larger community base. Some of them want more individualized touch points. Some of them want unique challenges and gifts. So we'll give you resources and strategies to get them to execute at a much more higher rate on a more consistent basis. From there, we're going to move into customer support. How do we deal with cancellations, refund requests, pause requests? How do we track it? How do we mitigate it for the upcoming months? And then lastly, we're going to move into client retention. How can we keep these people happy for longer periods of time, advance them to higher levels of our program, and give us that predictable data every single month? We'll teach you strategies and also how to track that. Any questions on that so far?
No, it's just a lot.
It is, right? How are we feeling?
Good.
Good, awesome. I'm gonna do a quick recap and I'm gonna answer all of your questions. Cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 4-month program. You're gonna have your customized game planning call with your coach. You'll have that one-on-one coach the entire duration, one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks, a sales coach, a Facebook community and CEO trainings, 5 times a week of group support calls, 24/5 tech support, done for you programming, and optional certification in the business course curriculum. Is there anything at all you felt like we've missed?
No.
Cool. Now I know you've got to see a lot. It's a ton, right? Now, do you feel like this kind of solves your challenges as far as how to generate those leads and retain those clients and utilize those social media platforms?
Yeah.
Cool. Now I already know this question, but I'm asked anyways. Do you feel 100% confident in your own skill set and ability to follow through with the support and guidance?
Yes.
Beautiful. Cool. So the big thing about this is going to be for you. You're no longer having to figure this out on your own. You have a ton of touch points. So your community is going to be everything. An area that I think a lot of people neglect that they should actually enhance and use more often is that private Facebook group. So I used to use that all the time. I take all of my questions there just so I could see different perspectives from different coaches that were further along in the process. Even mastery level coaches will come in and answer those questions as well. So it's a great way to network, kind of see what other people are doing and how they've reached success as well. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Other questions you got for me?
Nothing. I'm just taking it all in. That's a lot.
Cool. It is. It is. Is there anything at all that you feel like you need more clarification on, or maybe something I didn't touch on that you wanted more of?
No, I mean, I guess it would be in the program. I guess because it's more of like a detail thing is like what would be the first step in me like working with you guys? Like if I to get more clients, I guess, what would be that first step that I'd be looking at doing?
Yeah, so that first step, if we go back, that's a great question because there was a ton packed in here. But your first step is you're already certified. Okay, you've already launch your program. So for you, we're going to launch a scholarship strategy right out the gate. Okay. So an example of that, it'd be something like, hey guys, just over the next week, I'm going to be taking applications. I'm running a scholarship. The winner will receive 1 or 2 months of coaching for free. Okay. Whatever you think is fair. Now, a ton of people are going to drop their information, show me a flex icon if you want, the application sent to you, or they can be prompted to apply somewhere. So then you may announce your winner. The ones that don't win, now you have all their information. You go back to, say, for instance, I didn't win. Say, hey, Jeremy, really appreciate you filling out the application. Unfortunately, you didn't win. However, because you spent that time to fill out that application, I am offering my coaching services at a discounted rate for a limited time at da-da-da-da-da. Would you be interested in setting up a phone call? So now we're getting a ton of people hyped up because they feel like they're incentivized to want to start with you now because it's a limited time offer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That'll benefit you and get you a ton of people in the door, right? Sometimes some individuals that have been coaching for quite some time, even just a re-intro post along with a scholarship is a great feature as well, because some people need to be reminded of what you're doing, especially if it's been a long time since you really mentioned that. Okay. Now, give you some context. I want to show you how dope this is. This is like dummy proof. So say, for instance, let's move into like administration systems. So each module is going to have this overview document. Okay, so you're going to go on here. You're going to click this. This literally goes step by step, written format on exactly how to execute each and every one of these. The cool thing is, as you click on it, it will save directly to your Google Docs, so you'll always have it. So again, step by step written style. Now, let's just say you want to set up Wave for payments. Okay, you click on here. It literally goes step by step. When I went through some of this, I had one screen open to the course, and it was me pausing and clicking and pausing as they were going step by step, because I'm not very tech savvy. So that's how easy it is. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What other questions you got for me?
That's it right now. That's all I can think of.
Okay, cool. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials? I know that you have a friend that's completed it, so I'm sure that holds a lot of clout, but did you get to check out any other testimonials?
Yeah, I watched some of the videos after seeing hers.
Cool. All right, so I'm going to show you a couple client averages. This is a big deal. A lot of individuals show off like their top 10 percenters. We like to show off our basic individuals, okay? So 73% of our students sign their client in month 1. On average, it takes them just 1 week to do so. So cool stat behind this. The individuals that sign their client in month 1, by the end of month 4, are averaging over 8K per month. The individuals that don't sign their client in month 1, but by the end of month 4, are averaging over 6,500. So you are definitely not an average individual. You already have your business set up. So think about, with the guidance, the mentorship, how quickly this can increase for you, especially if we've been at a sticking point for some time. Now, this is really cool as well. This is the one that made me think of you. Of the students who hit a 10K month, it takes them on 13 weeks just on average to do so. So again, the average, just over 90 days, people are hitting their 10K month. You're so close already. With just a couple tweaks, I think we can get this done significantly sooner, right? And then the students who stay with us 12 months have 97 clients on their roster. Those individuals with 97 clients are averaging $366,000 per year. Okay, so at that point in time, when you have 97 clients, you're no longer going to be a one-woman show. Okay, industry averages for if you wanted to be a one-woman show would be anywhere between 30 to 60 clients, depending how organized you are in your time that you have available. We have some coaches that have done like 80 to 100, and they're very well organized. But usually when you're at 97 or more, for instance, when you're hitting about 8 to 10K on a consistent basis with all the foundation areas kind of like solved for you, that's when we'll start talking about running ads. We'll talk about when to hire a DMer so you don't have to do that nearly as much. Usually when you're hitting about 12 to 15K, we'll start talking about bringing on like an assistant coach, things of that nature. So again, now you can start stepping away from the day-to-day monotonous activities and start moving toward that CEO role that you're want. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. And the students are grading the program of 4.6 out of 5, which means they're getting massive results for their respective businesses. Any questions on that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. This last one, I hope you heard about. If you did your homework, I'm probably sure you did. Did you hear about our 3 times your investment guarantee?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to kind of briefly go over that. So as long as you attend your game planning call, which is pretty standard, attend all of your one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month, 1 group support call each week, charge at least the bare minimum suggested price of $250 or more, which you are. You don't have to do the optional certification because you're already certified. Run a scholarship program within your first 90 days and no late payments. We guarantee you will 3 times the amount you invest, or you get 100% refund just by showing up and doing the work, right? Does that give you a little bit more confidence knowing that your level of success is based upon our support and your follow through?
Yeah.
Love that. Cool. Question you got for me so far outside of that?
Nothing right now.
You're making my job way too easy.
I'm like absorbing all of it. I'm trying to be like, okay, remember all the information now.
100%. So does this check off all the boxes that you think you've been looking for?
Yeah, because I mean, I started this by myself, not having like any kind of mentorship, any kind of business experience as far as like running my own. So when I've literally built this from the ground up, and I think that first year like taught me a lot, and I was kind of on a, not like a high, but it was kind of like, wow, like I can do this. I can work for myself. Like I can definitely be a coach. I love coaching, and I do a lot for my clients. And it's almost disheartening sometimes when I hear like, oh, that's too much, I can't afford that. I'm like, do you have, like, I talked to my boyfriend about it. I'm like, do you have any idea how much like I'm going to do for you as my client? And you're telling me I'm too expensive. Like, that's wild.
Yeah. Another thing I think could be huge for you, because you do the life coaching aspect. My wife did a life coaching certification as well. So you could have different tiers where you have just full-fledged coaching, and then you have maybe a 12-week mindset thing where it's all therapeutic. It's very basic nutrition. It's not really macro based. It's not geared so much on the health and fitness component. It's more geared toward like habits and overcoming obstacles. It's kind of keeping them in paralysis. That was huge for us. So for instance, how we ran our business is I was that ugly mofo they came to for programming and nutrition, right? But then they got the smoke show to talk about empathy and all the stuff that I don't know how to do, right? So a lot of the women would feel a lot more comfortable because they could talk to another woman about womanly issues that I'll never understand because my DNA, right? But the guys also responded really well because as men, we're very prideful. We don't like to admit when we're struggling. They'll open up like it's nothing to a pretty face, right? Like they want to feel like they're being heard and supported, where like me, I'd be like, hey, stop being a pussy. Let's just go, right? Like, so she did a really good job with that, but she also had it to where maybe they couldn't afford my full coaching or the full coaching aspect, but maybe we knew there was some underlying issues we need to get past before we even start dealing with that, right? So if there was trauma or something else, they would go through her 12-week course, and that was at a certain price, right? How I set mine up, I had a 4, 8, and 12. I didn't do 3, 6, 9 and do any of that. 4, 8, 12, that was your options. I had it set up to where monthly recurring payments would come out, but I was trying to get them on paid in fulls. At that time, back when I was doing it, 4 months was $450 a month, is what it would be equivalent to. 8 months would be equivalent to $375 a month, and 12 months would be equivalent to $350. So those individuals saw the pricing going down. The 95% of people were going between 8 and 12 months. So I had predictable data. I had a longer payout. So I always knew what to do with them. And then at 4, 8, and 12, at 4 months, I had whole habit style changes at 4 versus 3 months. I had a whole transformation physically at 8, and I had a whole lifestyle change at 12. Okay. So by the time they hit 8 and 12, they no longer viewed me as a coach or a trainer. They viewed me as a trusted friend and a resource. And it's harder to say no to a trusted friend, especially if they're getting you results. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. That's what I tell people when that I tell them like I have a 6-month minimum. I'm like, you need to understand that like just in that first month, I have to figure you out. You have to figure me out. We have to learn how to each other. I said, and then we're also figuring out where your body's at. Like, how is your metabolism? Like, what can your body handle? Is there stuff we have to add? Like, there is so much that goes into those first 3 months that like I try to tell people, I'm like, you understand, like the first 3 months is going to be, we could see a lot of results. We could have to fix a lot of things. Like you can't, I'm not going to promise you that in 12 weeks, you're going to be a different person. Like, that's just not how it works.
Right.
But that's those people on Instagram who are like, follow my 90-day challenge and you can change everything. I'm like, oh God. Okay.
Right. We want to steer away from that because the majority of individuals, are vastly under eating no matter what they look like, right? So that leads to, insulin resistance. It causes more cortisol levels. So I talk to them like, hey, I know you want to lose 50 pounds, but I can't tell you that's where we're going to start with, because if you've only been eating 1,200 calories already, your body has nothing to use to burn, right? So I actually have to feed you up, reset your metabolism, right? And as I do that, you'll actually probably start losing weight, but we're also going to be changing out those foods that you eat. So we're going to have more nutrient dense foods versus calorie dense foods, right?
Yeah.
So if you can explain that to them as to like painting a picture of why it's so important to go through this process, I'll use those against other individuals. Like, hey, I get this guy down the road is telling you he's going to help you lose 20 pounds. He's also going to throw you on a deficit immediately, right? That's not going to be overall beneficial for you to feel optimal. If we
And that's
drop, go ahead.
my rate is the fact that I do like talk to people. I used to do like my consultation call, the first one, no joke, it was like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I find like I have to cut this down, because not only were people inadvertently wasting my time, but it was kind of like I gave this whole spiel, talked to them so long where it was like, they definitely should trust me at the end of this phone call. And then I'm getting the rebuttal of like, well, let me see if I can afford it, or, oh, I can't afford it. And I'm like, you literally just talked to me for 45 minutes about how much you need my help. And now that's the issue?
Right.
What?
Right. Absolutely. Cool. All right. Next, we're going to talk about everyone's favorite part, the investment portion, and what's this going to cost us. Okay. Be a payment plan, there'll be a paid in full option. Payment plan means we just put down a down payment, we spread it out over 4 to 6 months. Paid in full means we just pay the whole thing up front, we save a significant amount of money. No matter where you're currently at or where your budget's currently at, we have extended payment plans, we have financing options as well. So this is something I can easily get you in if you really have a priority for it. Cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jess, what's this going to cost us? Only $100,000 in your left kidney. I'm just playing. I'm playing. No, we have a payment plan of $7,300. We have a paid in full option of $6,500 that saves you $800. Out of those two, which do you think works best for you?
I'd honestly probably have to do a payment plan because of life, and like I have to pay off. I've been going back and forth with doctors to figure out some of my own health issues, so I have to pay for and spend the time.
Yeah, 100%. That's what majority of individuals do anyways. 6,500 is still a lot of money. 7,300 is definitely a lot of money, right? So I'm going to show you how we break this down. And I'll show you how we do it without any type of financing options first, okay? So really, you probably try to figure out what's a good down payment that works well for your budget. But the average student will put down about 2,300. That'll take that 7,300 down to 5,000. You divide that over the 4 months. That's equivalent to about $1,250 a month, which is you needing like 3 to 5 clients to make that back. Pretty simple, especially with someone of your background. Do you feel like that's something you can commit to?
I might have to bring that down a little bit more, but because of my like car payment, like just payments in general. Like I told you in the beginning, money for me is kind of like, it makes me spaz sometimes. So
yeah, 100%. So we could do that. If you want, we could actually bring that payment down and we could actually spread it out over 6 months. So I'd add an additional 2 months for you if that helps you out. So let's just say, like, for instance, what would your down payment, what are you looking for?
I could probably do, I would think something like 2.
Okay, so let's just play that with that number. So 7,300 minus 2,000. Okay, that'll bring us to 5,300. Okay, we divide that over 6 months. Your monthly payment's $883. That's like you needing like 2 clients, right? Mm-hmm. That's pretty simple, especially if you're charging $400. So yeah.
Okay.
2 to 2.5 clients. That's it.
Yeah.
Cool. You ready to lock in? Ready to do this?
I definitely want to, because I'm in the lieu of like moving. So I definitely want to talk to my boyfriend about it and just kind of break the numbers down with him before I just kind of jump in. I'm definitely interested, especially because I did talk to Mallory and she was like, no, like it's for real. Like it works. So I just need to talk with him more and then figure out like the next step.
Cool. So let me ask you this. I'm going to play the devil's advocate. Okay. What happens if you talk to boyfriend? He's like, no, you're not doing this. Then what?
He's right here.
Oh, bring him on here. Bring him on here.
Come here. Because so when it comes like expanding my business, like he's a big fitness influencer as well. And like he actually competes next week. Yeah. So like it's something that as I grow, it was like,
what's up, man?
I grow to that point, like, let's just do it together. So he's heard it, and I told him, I was like,
Yeah,
you
so
can.
he would have access to this then as well, because me and my wife did that. So for me, it was for me, but then she also had access to it for her life coaching. So that's a huge deal, right? And then we can actually maximize what he's doing for competing. So I'm a men's IPE pro as well, and a speed and agility specialist. I use that to market for like my storylines. So for instance, if I wanted general population people, but I also wanted to kind of show athletes I could still train them, the only thing that you have to remember is athletes typically don't have a whole lot of money. So I'm trying to, formulate to people that are more high ticket. So for me, I would market to men 35 to 50 that are high level CEOs or executives. Usually at that point, they are more financially set. There's less issues, but I market to their pain points. So he'll be, you say what?
I'm actually an OCB wellness pro.
Oh, dope. Okay, very cool. So what are you competing in, my man?
Things. And yeah. So I'm helping him prep for next week is when he competes, and he's hoping to go pro too.
Let's go. What show are you doing?
The men's physique, Jack King's Classic.
Okay. Is that IPE or is that what federation are you doing it in?
OCB.
Very cool. Okay, man. Let's go. Is that a pro qualifier?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Okay.
I'm going to do the Yorton Cup on September 9th, which is like our version of Olympia.
Yeah. Very cool. I know a couple of guys that did it. If you follow him on Instagram, I'll tell you one guy to follow. His name is Mike Broderick. He's had a lot of success, especially for men's physique. He was a big, well-known natural competitor as well. So yeah, I'm very familiar with that. All right, my man, pressure's on you, brother. So she said she needs to talk it over with you. And she says she feels like this is everything that she needs. Is there anything that you need to see to get you kind of a bought in as well?
It's funny because he's around me most of the time when I have like my panic attacks of like my business isn't doing well. And like I've literally since probably like February is when things have just started to spiral where I'm like, literally nothing I'm doing is working. I don't understand. So yeah.
So do you feel like, because he's been there listening, do you feel like this does solve your challenges?
I think so, yeah.
Cool. So would you be on board with this as well? Because you're going to have access to this too. So everything that she gets, it's not like you're going to have to pay anything separate for. You're going to have the same access to this as well.
So what was it, $883 a month?
I'm sorry. Yeah. So it'd be, let me go back to if we did it that way, 883.33. Yep.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine with it.
And just go ahead and do it.
Go for it.
Making me nervous, but okay.
You guys both ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
See, I love this. This dude's showing you mad support right now. The least he can do since you're cooking for him, right?
Fair, because I do.
Hey, if you guys are natural competitors, this is something you have to have in your arsenal. You better have an air fryer. Got that?
Yeah.
Do you got the Ninja Creamery?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
And now it's a thing, and I was like, that is so annoying.
Yeah, that is a game changer. I love that. All right, you guys ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna share my screen with you, and we're gonna go through this. Cool. So are we just gonna do the 2000?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's manageable.
Cool. All right, let me share my screen with you guys, and let's rock and roll. Let's do this. So this is going to be one of the payment systems that we're going to tell you guys how to utilize as well. We use Wave. So I always tell people to have a backup one too. So I use Wave and Stripe just in case one goes down. That's the worst thing, to be on a call and then all of a sudden you can't process someone's payment. You want to make sure that you're always getting it. So this is super user friendly, super easy. Are you guys excited or what? It's like way too quiet over there.
I'm nervous with money. That's just me. So don't mind my my silence.
You should be nervous. If you're not nervous, something's wrong with you. When I remember when I went through it, I'm a master level trainer for in person. I was scared to death because I'm not a tech savvy guy. So like it was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. So I was training 40 people in person 2 to 3 times a week. I was charging $150 a session. And I was working from about 4:30 in the morning, to about 8:30 at night. So that's when like my wife is like, nah, you got to figure something else out, homie. You need to help with these kids. So that's what we did. What's a good email for you?
I'm gonna use mine or yours.
Yours.
We'll do my business one. So Grit and Grace Fitness.
Is it the and symbol or written out?
Written out.
Okay, does that look right?
Yeah, 01 at Gmail.
At Gmail. Cool. And what's the best phone number to get a hold of you?
305
Okay.
409
Okay.
8147.
147. So has he started prep yet?
Oh yeah, he competes next week.
Oh, next week. Wow. Already. Jeez. What's your current macros, my man?
So we actually just had an issue with the person who was prepping him. It was someone I knew, and they were being a little, how do I say that professionally, stingy, I guess is the right way to say it. And he told them like, no, because the guy wanted him to pay 3 more months and like his show's next week. And he was like, we're thinking about moving. Like, is there anything we can work out? Took him like 3 days to get back to him. And he was like, I'm just going to finish and let Jess help me. And like, we're going to do it together. And the guy started bad mouthing me. And I've known this man for a few years. And to my boyfriend was writing text messages, bad mouthing me and said, she doesn't know what she's doing. And I was like, okay. So we're
Man,
tweaking some things.
that's tough. Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm sure he's got this handled. I know you're gonna take care of him. What's a good address for you?
This one's not permanent.
Use mine.
That in my photo, my parents' house.
It's up to you if you want to do your parents.
Is it just for billing purposes?
Yeah.
Okay, so 12100 Southwest 105th Terrace, Miami, Florida. Yeah.
All right. And is that your parents' house, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's-
cool.
It's my license address, my permanent address.
Cool. All right. So we're just going here. We're going to add 10K accelerator. Take this out. 2,000 down. $300 minus 2,000. Cool. All right, I'm ready for the card when you are.
Oh shoot. Hey, can you email that to me, or do I have to do it right now? Because I have to move money up into my account.
No, if you want me to send you the invoice, I totally can. And that way you can just pay it that way.
Yeah, that would be a lot easier because I have to move money.
So when you do that, you're gonna want to set up your credit card to be saved there, because what we'll do is we'll throw in like automatic payouts, so they just come out naturally. Okay.
Okay.
So for instance, like we're gonna put down 2,000 a day, and then what we'll do is we'll set up a reoccurring amount. Okay. So
Okay.
let me go back. Let's go. I'm gonna figure out if I can just do this a quicker way for you. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just go send invoice, and I'm gonna put here down payment of 2,000. And then let me know when you get that. Check your email.
Yeah, I just did.
Cool. So now I'm going to set up your reoccurring for you. Let's see here. Go back. Wonder why this didn't show up. Oh, maybe it's because you didn't submit payment. That's why. Just there it is. Boom. And then here I'm just going to put MJ Accelerator. And we're going to put monthly. Dude, I can't spell. Monthly installments. Cool. And that's going to be 2,300 divided by 6. Let's see. I'm just writing something down really quick so I don't forget it.
You're good.
Divided by 6. So 883. 33. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go 883, 33. Boom, save and continue. And then this one will drop as of on the 13th of each month.
Okay.
And this will start, that one will start coming out as of August
Okay.
13th.
Pay it today. Will it kind of adjust whenever I pay?
Yeah, so this will just naturally come out. So the first one that you'll pay that's set up or that you got emailed on will be the 2,000. And then as of August 13th, the next payment will come out. It'll just come out automatically and it keeps track. So right here, it says end after. I'm putting 6 payments. So if you see what I'm doing, I'm actually hooking you guys up. Usually the down payment counts as 1. I added another month. So really, technically it's over 7 months just to give you guys a little bit more wiggle space.
Okay. But like, let's say if I pay it on like the 14th or 15th, whenever, will that next payment adjust to that day or no?
No.
Okay.
Cool. So then that's where you're going to want to save, put a credit card on file. So where it says add credit card, that's what you'll want to do. Okay.
Okay.
So these should be all set up now. Okay. So that's all done, that part. As
Okay.
far now, all the stuff that I promised you, we're going to do that next. This will take like a couple minutes. While you guys are thinking about it, if there's a picture, if you want you or you want both you and your boyfriend on there, send me a picture, because when we add you to our private Facebook group, it's going to say welcome Jessica, or it'll say welcome you and your boyfriend. So that way you guys are seen, that way you can network. But we like to celebrate people on our private Facebook group. So go ahead and send me a picture to my text on what picture you want. We'll get you uploaded and onboarded. Do you want a full day or did you want to get onboarded today?
I have to jump on a call soon, so I can text you about tomorrow might just be easier because I don't have
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it that way, because this will just like take about 2 more minutes and then we are good to go.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna use this one.
Say something else about me.
Yeah,
That was fast. Why? What were you looking for?
This was Grit and Grace. Is that two T's on there? GRITT?
No, no.
Grit and Grace Fitness.
It should be, yeah, just spelled how you spelled it before.
01@Gmail?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
You sent me a picture of it. Here, my Chris.
Yeah, I just wanted to see everything.
You sent me it though. Let's look at the video you sent me. Put it. As I'm saying, you sent it to me.
Cool. So this one will show you exactly where you need to sign and where you need to initial. Okay. There's
Okay.
one area down here that'll say like routing and account number. That's for your guarantee. So if you were to need your guarantee back, you can put that in there. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, just put NA on those lines, on both lines. Okay.
Okay.
And we're going to put your start date as of tomorrow. So that way you have a full day. And then your end date will be 11/14.
Oh, my birthday.
Let's go.
I'm June 27.
Okay, boom. And then here, we're just going to put down what we did today. So this is the last part of it, and I'll send it your way. So it's okay. Cool. All right, so that's where you're going to see the routing number, account number. If you want to put that in there, no big deal if you don't. That is how you get your guarantee set up. And then I have one more place to sign, and then it's you'll sign it, and then we'll double check it, and you'll be good to go. Cool.
Okay.
All right, and then go ahead and shoot me a text too as soon as you make that payment. So if you get it in sooner, I can get this over to the onboarding material. You'll onboarding specialist. You get onboarded tomorrow between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. They're usually really good about getting it done like first thing in the morning. Okay.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, and I'm gonna have to send this to your email really quick. Check your email, make sure you got that, and then go ahead and sign that. What was your boyfriend's name?
Wesley.
Wesley. Make sure you tell him it was a pleasure meeting him, and I appreciate him getting on the call as well. That's pretty dope.
He listens to all of the calls I've been on with all of the people.
Hey, what was Mallory's last name that you know?
Good question. Let me see if I can. I think I can do that while I'm on Zoom. So her business is Accelerate Athletics. And that's the thing too, like because I've seen her forever, and like this is not me like harping on my own spoon or whatever, but like I have a bigger following on Instagram than her, and like I compete, I do all the things. So when I saw like her business and everything, I was like, what am I doing wrong? I was like, I'm so confused.
That's a pretty normal feeling. I totally get that.
Her Instagram does not have her last name.
That's all right. I was just kind of curious.
But yeah, I had signed up for everything, and like she literally just moved to Austin, Texas. And as we were texting, so I was like, wait, what? You're moving? Like I had no idea. And then signed up for the call, and her ad literally popped up on my Instagram. I was like, what? And I texted her, I was like, is this for real? She was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. So she's been talking with me about it since yesterday.
Very cool. I love that. Cool. Did you get the email?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Cool.
Right.
Just wanted to- Yep.
So is there, it's like, if I don't put my routing number, like, is it really that big of a deal?
No, they're not gonna not give you your guarantee back, right? Like, just put NA if you're not feeling comfortable. Just put NA in both those lines.
Okay.
That's not a huge deal. The only thing that's gonna be important that you do is when you make your invoice or when you pay your invoice, make sure you are saving a card on there so it can just naturally pull each month so you don't have to worry about those late payments.
Okay.
That's how that reoccurring is set up for you. And then did you, just so I know, so I can tell the onboarding team what time to look for, do you know when you guys are going to hit that payment?
I have to jump on a call, so we'll talk about it and then see how we're gonna like pay it, and we should probably, I mean, today or tomorrow morning at the latest.
Okay, cool. So yeah, let me know because I want to adjust I have to adjust your contract where it says like, we'll pay today. So if you can pay it tonight, everything's already set up. That's all you have to do that's left.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what I'll probably do is I have 2 more calls. I'll probably follow up with you guys. I'll just text you and say, hey, were you able to check out that invoice? And then that way we can just get it paid and then you're ready to go tomorrow. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. All right. Did you get everything signed?
Yeah.
Awesome. Any questions for me?
Nope.
All right. Super excited for you guys. I'm pumped. I'll probably follow up with you guys the next couple hours, or you can shoot me a text before I text you. Let me know everything's good to go. Cool.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. You guys having a great night.
Thanks, you too.
See ya.